If you've ever felt guilty when things are going really well, this video is for you. Not because you're ungrateful, not because you're arrogant, but because somewhere in your body and your subconscious mind, you learned that success can cost you love and also safety. So a lot of women don't struggle with success. You struggle with being seen in your success. I'm going to say that again. A lot of women don't struggle with success. You struggle with being seen in your success. When your business starts doing well, or if you are receiving more money than you ever have before, when you're in a relationship and it feels really good and healthy, when your nervous system is regulated and life feels easier and more peaceful and calm, when your life just genuinely feels good, there can be this subtle tightening in your system. And you might start to have negative thoughts like, don't post that, don't talk about that, tone it down, stay relatable. This shows up with most women, I think, and probably men too, but I've seen it a lot in my clients where they're scared that if they are successful, if they manifest, more money, or if they meet the love of their life, that the people that are closest to them will be hurt or be upset, or that they can't talk about it with the people in their life. And it's a very real thing. And what I've come to find through working with my clients and in my own life, that this can become problematic in receiving more, in going to the next level. And quite frankly, you might start to sabotage the relationship or sabotage the opportunities that are coming into your life for safety. The biggest piece of this is your nervous system. So we learn from birth that belonging equals safety to the nervous system, that belonging, being accepted is crucial for survival. Oop. So being included meant survival. Being accepted meant safety. Being like everyone else meant protection. And most of us have built our personalities, our coping mechanisms. I don't know why this word is coming up, but it's like our facade to be relatable, to be appealing to others so that we can have safety. And once you get to this place in the work, it stops helping and really starts to be a detriment to your further growth. So when you start doing better than your circle, your body doesn't interpret it as success. So it won't feel successful. Like if you receive more money, it's almost like this oh shit moment of like, I don't want to tell my friends or family about this because they might feel bad about themselves or they might feel angry or jealous or whatever. And so there's like a mismatch that happens and it can be really, really difficult to even notice that this is happening because it's just such a part of what's been ingrained in us. Your body, your nervous system interprets this as potential isolation. And again, the ways that this shows up is you might downplay your wins, shrink your joy, avoid raising your prices, self-sabotage momentum, create unnecessary problems. This is huge because it's like if we are successful, but we still have problems, it's like we're still relatable. And this isn't because you're broken, it is because your body and your subconscious think that they are protecting you. And you can shift this, you can change this. It doesn't have to they're like, it doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to suck. It doesn't have to continue. You get to receive and have more and have the people around you be happy for you. Here's the kicker, right? Sometimes what we call humility is actually the fear of being fully seen. And it's so funny because I just watched a TikTok video where this woman was like, if you are, this isn't what she said, but the gist of it was like, if you are somebody that is selfless, and then she's like, going into how is, feeling like shit all the time? How is feeling like you're never being met and just going through all of the things? And this is similar where it's like we think that we are doing a good thing by holding ourselves back, by not allowing ourselves to experience joy or to express joy. And it's not, it feels like it's rooted in being humble or being a good person or not wanting to make other people feel bad. And what you're actually doing is, I mean, I would argue that there is some of that happening, but truly, you holding yourself back is not actually helping anybody. Not truly. When you start to express your joy, when you start to allow yourself to have the success that you actually have, like fully receive it, when you have a good relationship and you allow others to see it, it's like, yeah, you might make your friends uncomfortable. You might trigger family. You might seem arrogant. You might outgrow your audience, but you're gonna continuously stay slightly behind your own edge. You're trying to be relatable, digestible, safe, but you're not fully expressed. And the problem with this is I find you will probably become resentful. You will probably shut down. You will stop receiving your desires in bigger and bigger ways because there's just this mismatch. You're not fully expressing the energy that is required, that is moving through you. The truth is, if you expand, some people will feel uncomfortable. They just will. And it's not because you're wrong. It's not because you're too much, but it's your expansion highlights what they're not choosing or where they're not at. It like highlights their blind spots. But if you keep shrinking to preserve other people's comfort, truly, 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 you will eventually resent them. Again, you're not helping anybody. The thing that I find is true is once you move through this and start allowing yourself to be seen in your joy, to be seen in your success, you become an inspiration for the people that are on your same wavelength, the people that are actually meant to be in your life. And it might be slow goings, like it might take time for the shift to ripple out in a way that feels good in your system, but it will happen. Success is not about more money. I mean, partially it is, but it is about increasing your capacity to hold visibility without collapsing. When you are able to receive your desires and be seen in it, you become a magnet for more. And that to me is success. So ask yourself, can you tolerate being misunderstood? Oh, don't love that. I don't love that. That was one that took a lot of work to move through for me because of my own wounding. But it's like, can you allow people to misunderstand you? Some people will just always misunderstand you because that's their own thing and it actually has nothing to do with you. And when you can learn to handle that and stay regulated in that, life becomes a lot easier. Can you tolerate being envied? It's like, oh, again, oh, I don't want, I don't want people to envy me. I don't want people to be jealous that I'm receiving what they're not, especially in the world that we live in now. Even talking about receiving more money or talking about manifestation can feel super unsafe. But it's like, for me, I firmly believe that good people having more money is only going to be better for the planet than the alternative, right? Another is, can you tolerate outgrowing certain dynamics with family, with friends, with coworkers? Can you allow the people that aren't happy for you or aren't going to be positive about your success? Can you allow yourself to outgrow that and them? Because that is the real growth, not the external win, not the receiving of the money or the receiving of, you know, better circumstances, all of that, which is all good, but the real win is the internal capacity shifting because that opens the door to more in the future. If you cannot tolerate the level of success that you currently have, you will the word. It's like subconsciously. You will sabotage it and lose it. You just will. And it's this cycle that happens until you get to this place where you're like, no, I'm really happy. Okay? You don't owe anyone's smallness to make them comfortable. And this is so true in dating too. It's like so many women make themselves small, make themselves palatable, and it's like the person that is meant for you or the people that are meant to come in your life, whether it's, friends or relationships, romantic relationships, if you are containing yourself and making yourself so small, you won't meet your match because there's always going to be a mismatch. There's always going to be unalignment. Unalignment, is that a word? I think so because they're not getting to know the real you. And again, you become resentful in this. You will always become resentful in this because the people who are meant for your next level will rise with you. And this is true in dating as well. If you are fully expressed, you're going to repel the people that are not, I was going to say at your level, but that sounds worse than the way that I mean it. But like the people that cannot be, okay, so what they're showing is like you are the sun, and if you dim yourself like an eclipse, yeah, you might get more people to come towards you, but you're containing yourself. And if you just allow yourself to be the fucking sun, the people that can hang will, right? Um, and so the people that are not aligned with this version of you will fall off, and that is okay. And that is actually what is supposed to happen. The ones who don't hang, the ones that don't stick around, they were only aligned with a previous version of you or even a fake version of you. And we're done with that. Like, let 2026 be the year that you're just fucking done with it. Okay. So if you have any comments or questions, I'd love to read them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.